Well, thank you very much. It was quite interesting to listen to the earlier speakers here, so I allow myself a bit of freelancing here for 10 minutes. If I were to be, if you talk to the people in London, the Ministry of Transport in London, and you ask them, okay, you look at your transport system and you say, you have several transport systems. Yes, we have the subway, and we have the bus system, right? And then we have the congestion charges for the cars, and then you have trucks, and you ask them and say, okay, what's your utilization rate on the subway? And they will tell you in 2 milliseconds. And if you ask them, what's the utilization rate of your bus system? And they will tell you in 1 millisecond. And what's the utilization rate of your car system that is running in London? And now they have studied, so they know the utilization rate. So the fill rate of all the cars in London. Do you know what it is?
1.2.
They gave me the figure in London that that was 2%. A fairly inefficient system. Probably it's 1.2, but at least we can agree that it's between 1 and 2. And then you ask them, okay, what about distribution of trucks and goods? What's your utilization? And they don't have a clue. And I think in that lies an overarching challenge for any city or any region. But if you think about it that way, if you think about that the system needs to be more effectively utilized, and if you are then deploying innovation platforms and ask companies to come and innovate across different boundaries and professions, I think that you will find very, very interesting things. And that is happening outside the transport system when it comes to other things like task management and things like that, and travels and stuff. Okay, that was just, I needed to make that comment. History and milestones. We are a Volvo and we have been around since 1928, and actually over here was the first bus rapid transport system. Actually invented. It was invented in Curitiba by a guy named Jamie Lerner, and actually he's here this week, by coincidence. The former mayor of Curitiba. Bus rapid transport system is actually about highly efficient systems on what is called in the buzzword, high capacity trucks, where you need to move a lot of people. If you're in Stockholm and you want to move a lot of people, you go into the ground and you take a subway. Unfortunately, not all cities have the money nor the time, because the cities are growing, to dig in the ground and create and design very efficient subway systems that we have in Stockholm. Other cities are stuck with trams, sorry for that one, and or other efficient means of transport. And many cities around the world see the bus rapid transport system, you could say, as a flexible transport system with a capacity that, for example, Transmillennium, that I will show a picture of in Bogota, their bus rapid transport system has a higher capacity than a separate subway system. So you can build BRT systems with very, very high capacity trucks. And any city in the world that is looking into whether they have a tram or if they have a subway, some of them are looking into BRT systems. And you will now see electric or electromobility BRT systems evolving. There are several projects. Amazingly enough, many of them are in South America. And you combine high-capacity truck networks with other types of line haul coaching or smaller buses, right? And if you have a city, and it's very connected to city planning and the architecture. So if you have cities that are growing quickly, maybe under transformation with developing new parts of the riverbed or whatever, then it is very interesting with the BRT system, because it is a more flexible system with high capacity compared to the lead time to build a subway or a tram system. When you've got the rail in the ground, you're stuck with it. So we are working quite heavily with the bus rapid transport system, and it requires a lot of information technology, of course. It's a lot about flows, very little about vehicle. And you can see that compared to classic bus systems, it is more cost efficient and far more safer, and also lower emissions, of course. So this is quite an interesting evolution, and what we see is that around this new bus rapid transport system, you also see innovation platforms occur, because the combination of these kind of systems, the congestion and environmental challenges of the cities, and the occurrence of information technology, there is a lot of innovation taking place. And there is a fairly large northern German city, Hamburg, that is looking into kind of rapid transport systems. And they are then connecting the flows of the public transport and are starting to think about, okay, how can I make a business case for my citizens so that I can pick up my e-commerce goods while I'm in the transport system riding my bus. And I find the goal smart very interesting, and I think those kind of systems will evolve into systems where you are starting to cross. So it makes a good business case for me as a citizen. Actually, I save time by being part of a public transport system compared to riding in my car and having the hassle with the parking and everything. And I think city policymakers and other stakeholders and other companies, through innovation and also through incentives and teaching and training people in that you can cross-disciplinary do a lot of innovations here that helps the cities in the future. And some of them will end up with the bus system and some with the subway. There is not one size, there are several sizes that fits this. That was very short about BRT.
Okay.
And I will not bore you with more than that.
Thank you, Hans.
Do you have any questions for the humble gentleman from the headquarters at Volvo? And I thank you.
Thank you. As I said, Hans is leaving in a moment, so if there is any question for Hans, we can take a moment to listen to the answer right now.
Otherwise, I see you in a bus close to you.